What's up, guys? Most of the time on this channel, I like to talk about products that I love, that I have, that I use, and this video is going to be a complete 180. Today, I'm going to be talking about brands that I have not tried one product from ever, and these are viral brands that have a cult following that really blew up super huge for one reason or another for when they launched, when a product launched. I just haven't tried them, haven't been compelled to try them. Nothing really against them. I'll talk about my reasoning, but it struck me as odd that someone like me who has her fair share of makeup, like rarely shies away from buying a product that I like if it speaks to me, no matter the brand. And yet there are entire, very popular brands that I still haven't tried anything from, and I want to talk about why. Maybe there are products that I should try from these brands, in which case I would love for you to tell me what those are down in the comments below, or maybe they're on this list for a good reason. Either way, we're going to find out together, so let's go ahead and get started. The first brand is KKW Beauty, and this one actually surprised me. I went through my old videos and through my collection to make sure that I had truly never tried a product from KKW, because it does strike me as a brand that I would be eager, just like curious, just even a little bit about one or two products to see if it's worth the hype, but no, haven't felt compelled to, and here is why I think that is. Not shortly, I think I kind of waited after Kylie Cosmetics launched, like once she had launched a ton of new things beyond the lip kits, highlighters, blushes, eyeshadow palettes. Once all that was kind of out there and I felt like the hype had kind of died down, I bought, I think, one product in every category she had, and I was just kind of lukewarm about all of them. They weren't exceptional, they weren't very bad, but they weren't great, especially I think for how much they cost. And I think that, in my mind, even though they are two separate brands, just made me a little bit less excited about the KKW products I was seeing come out, even though I feel like those received a lot more hype, like the concealer, the dual-ended contour and highlight stick. Like, I'm still seeing a lot of those products in people's everyday makeup routines here on YouTube. But even when I see those, like, I'm happy with my concealer, so I don't feel like I need to try a new one. I have lots of contour and highlight products now, more than I could probably ever use, so I don't really think I need to try the dual-ended stick. I don't know, it's just has fallen kind of flat for me. The next brand is a skincare brand, and they're one that I feel like I've seen everywhere, despite the fact that I think they only have a handful of products, like they specialize in masks. It is Summer Fridays, and they, it seems like, grew this cult following on Instagram, I think through a combination of like influencer partnerships and brand activations, and then genuinely good reviews when people had been trying it. But maybe it's because I don't need a hydrating mask. I think that's what the first mask they ever created was supposed to be. I have combo skin. I rarely look for hydration and moisture. It's more about like exfoliation and anything to help with oil and acne. And so I never really thought that was for me. And as a result, I haven't paid attention to any of the new products that have come out from them, which is something I'll talk about with the next brand I'll mention. Once a brand falls off my radar like that, I rarely think to go back and check and see what they've come out with. You know, I'm just not in tune with what they're launching. So they have very well may have launched something that would be good for my combo skin at this point, but I just never think to check it out. Speaking of, the next brand, another skincare brand, I think they're technically considered skincare even though their products tend to get used as primers, is Farsali, another viral Instagram brand with the whole, if you're unfamiliar with the brand, just think anytime on Instagram you've seen a video where people prep their skin with the dropper and it looks like they're putting oil on their skin and it runs down their face. I think the first time I ever saw that, and then it blew up, was with Farsali, and it's like with their magical unicorn look, the thing in the purple bottle. And I know they are another brand that has expanded the types of products that they offer from their brand. One I think is even an oil control serum at this point, which would be great for me, but for some reason I'm not a primer person. I certainly don't prime my face with oils, and so it has never appealed to me, and I've just never tried anything from them, despite the fact that they are everywhere. Probably less so now. I feel like I'm seeing it less and less. Maybe I'm just immune to seeing it now in my Instagram feed, but at one point it was like you couldn't scroll an inch without seeing someone priming their face with this Farsali oil. Brand number 4. This was another shock to me, and I discovered this as I was looking on the Sephora website recently because of the VIB sale coming up, and I was like, do I need anything? The answer is no. But do I want anything? And that's when I realized I have never purchased anything from Violet Voss. Wait, that might be a lie. I may, if memory serves, I don't think I ever talked about it here on the channel, I may have purchased an eyeshadow like glitter base from them. I'm gonna have to research that. But that was many years ago. I don't know if they still have that glue available, and it was definitely before they really blew up big, especially in the eyeshadow palette scene. So for the purposes of this video, we're just gonna say it counts. It counts. It counts. The point is, I'm shocked. I have not picked up a Violet Voss palette. The color palettes speak to me. Like, they have everything from a basic neutrals to pastels and colorfuls and a mix of, neutrals and colorful shades. Like, there is nothing about these palettes that I don't like. What I think it is anytime I'm looking at an eyeshadow palette, it just never floats to the top. If I'm looking at Sephora, it's probably because there's a sale happening, and that is when I tend to target like higher priced items like Pat McGrath or Natasha Denona, where using that VIB discount will take a larger percentage off that palette. And I think and then once I've set my mind on those, I kind of got to cut myself off. I can't buy any more than that. So understandably, the Violet Voss just never gets purchased, but still, all these years later, and I can't believe I haven't tried any of them. The next brand is Tatcha, and although I have tried the spray, it came in a Sephora Play box. I would not have purchased it if it hadn't come in that. I definitely didn't purchase it afterwards, and it was just okay. Like, for a product that had received as much hype as it had, it wasn't right for me. Again, I have combo skin, and I think a lot of the people who enjoy that spray have drier skin, so I didn't notice a huge difference using it for me. But just like all those other brands, as a result, I haven't really paid attention to the other products that Tatcha has launched, and I'm sure like their Silk Canvas, I've heard amazing things about that primer. Never thought to try it. And I'm sure they have some oil control products that would suit my skin great. I just because that spray is how I got to know the brand, I just kind of mentally wrote them off as not being for me. And last up is a brand that I would say doesn't so much have a cult following, but it did have a viral launch by design, I think, and that is the brand Flesh. I don't love that word. I think what moist is to some is what flesh is to me. I don't hate it as a word, but I don't... it's not my favorite to say out of my mouth. But beyond that, I think the reason why this brand kind of quickly turned lackluster for me was because it exploded on YouTube. So many people reviewed as much as they could from this collection to kind of say what's good, what's not, and then regardless of what they found, haven't seen it since. Really, I mean... have you guys seen anyone who's been using some of these products long term, months after having reviewed them? I haven't really. Maybe I'm not paying attention, but after kind of seeing that, I kind of lost interest in them. And maybe that is my loss because the cream, I think they had a cream blush, the one with a fingerprint in it. That was really probably the most appealing product in there. But given the reviews and the fact that I have a ton of other cream blushes, I was just kind of probably don't need it. You know what I mean? So those are my brands, and I can't imagine I'm alone in this. So I'd love to hear from you guys in the comments. Are there any brands out there like this where you're sure you've tried it because it seems like it's up your alley, you've heard enough about it on social media and everywhere, you're just positive you've tried something from them, and then come to find out, sure enough, no, you haven't. Let me know what those are for you down in the comments below. Please subscribe, guys, if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.